Hi friends, my name is Maruti. I'm the co-founder of Cracku. I'm a graduate from IIT Bombay, Computer Science. I graduated in 2008. We started Cracku in 2014. We have recently launched the package for JEE, a course for JEE. So we also launched a calculator to find out the responses of all the guys in JEE Mains. So I just wanted, and we received close to, I think around 30,000 people have submitted their response sheets. So we received a lot of data. I wanted to explain how the data looks, what is the difficulty of each slot, what is the difficulty of each subject across the different slots, because I thought it will be interesting and we have the data, so I wanted to share it with everyone. So if you get started, yeah, we have, I think we mentioned it is 25K, but even now people are updating it. And I think right now we have close to 30,000 responses. So you can check out your response sheet. You can just go to the link on Cracku. The score calculator link will be in the description of this video. You have to just submit your response sheet URL over here and click on submit. The response sheet URL you will find on the NTA website. So if you log into NTA to check your score, you will get the response sheet link. Copy that and paste it over here. The link for the Cracku score calculator is given in the description of this video. And you click submit, you will get the response sheet, you will get your score, and you will also get the expected percentile. Even though it is shown as 80,000 people over here, this is combining both session 1 and session 2. In session 2, I think we have gotten close to, I think, around 30,000 responses. You can even view the toppers list, basically all the guys who have uploaded their response sheet on Cracku. You can see their scores. We have not shown their names for privacy reasons, but you can check out the scores by clicking on the toppers list. Now looking at the slot-wise difficulty, I think the hardest slot was April 2nd of shift 2, and the easiest slot was April 4th shift 2. If you look at the average scores, in chemistry the average score was not varying quite a lot. I think there is only one slot where it was slightly easier, that was in April 4th shift 1. But everywhere else, roughly the average score was between 25 to 30. Maths, I think, was much more consistent. I think there was only one slot which was very, very difficult over here, where the average score was 10. But otherwise in maths, overall the average was around 15 marks across all the slots. In physics, the variation was much higher. The toughest slot was April 2nd shift 2. The average was around 27. In fact, it was around 25 over here. And the easiest was 39. So the variance across physics was much higher as compared to chemistry or maths. If you're looking at the total overall, the toughest was, like I mentioned, April 2nd shift 2, and the easiest was April 4th shift 2, where the score was 83. We removed one of the shifts. I'll come to that in the next slide. We removed the April 5th shift 2 because many of us feel that the answer key that is given in the NTA website is probably wrong, and we expect a updated answer key for April 5th shift 2 to be released. That is the reason I think there was a big dip. So for all the calculations, we're actually ignoring this particular slot because very clearly we can see that some of the answer keys are definitely wrong. If you're looking at the top 1% average, this is how it actually looks like. This is the top 1% and the bars represent the overall average. So for example, if you're looking at the top 1% average over here, for April 2nd shift 1, it is close to 200. So it is going up and down. Like I'm saying, ignore this particular slot. I think the answer key will be updated. We have put in a lot more analytics on this page. Basically, once you submit the response sheet, you will get the analytics also. You can go through each shift, how the scores are varying, what is the distribution of the scores across each of the shifts. This is basically the average across different slots. Again, you can see the average marks varying across different slots. I think this was the easiest for physics, the April 4th shift 2. And again, as you can see in chemistry, April 2nd shift 2 was around 30. This also was around 25. All the slots, the average was around 30, except April 5th shift 2, where the average is 6.4. Again, like we mentioned multiple times, I think the reason for that is we expect the key to be changed for April 5th shift 2. If you're looking at maths, I think there was only one slot which was extremely difficult. This was April 4th shift 1. And surprisingly, April 4th shift 2 was the easiest in maths. So on the same day, we can see that shift 1 was the toughest in maths and shift 2 was the easiest. You can find the link for this particular page in the description of this video. You can check it out so that you'll get a good understanding of the distribution. This is the slot-wise maths overview. Like I mentioned, April 4th shift 1, I think was the toughest. I think this was only around 10 marks. Every other slot, I think the average was around 15 marks. I think the easiest was April 4th shift 2, where I think the average was around 18 marks or 19 marks. Yeah. Here again, you can check out the lowest and the highest averages, which will give us an understanding of which slot is easiest and which slot is the toughest. We have done the same for even physics. We think that April 6th shift 1 was the toughest. April 6th shift 1 will be somewhere over here. This is the lowest bar. And the highest bar is April 4th shift 2, which is 39, which is the easiest slot, which is over here. Like we discussed earlier, April 4th shift 2 was the easiest for both physics as well as maths. So the cutoffs for that particular slot, April 4th shift 2, I think will be higher. Next, coming to chemistry, like we discussed again, this I think will be the marks I think will get updated for April 5th shift 2. But the easiest is April 4th shift 1. April 4th shift 1 I think was the toughest for maths. For chemistry it was the easiest. And April 4th shift 2 was the lowest bar in chemistry. I think for physics and maths, April 4th shift 2 was the easiest. For chemistry it was the toughest. So overall I think that it might cancel each other out, where chemistry is tougher but maths and physics are much easier. Finally, if you are comparing session 1 and session 2, we think that session 2 was much easier as compared to session 1. The average of all the marks amongst the response sheets that we received in session 1 was around 58.7. In session 2, it was 76. So you can see a jump of around 18 marks. Even amongst the top 1 percentilers, the average in session 1 was 218, and in slot 2, the average is 233. These 1% that we are talking about are the 1% amongst the people who submitted their response sheet on Cracku. What we expect as the 99 percentile would be between 170 to 180 marks. I think this will be 99 percentile. 95 percentile, we expect it to be between 125 to 135. Across the different slots, the 99 and 95 percentiles will change. But approximately, if you have scored around 170 to 180 marks, I think you are in a very good chance to get 99 percentile. Similarly, if you scored around 130 marks, I think you are in a good chance to get 95 percentile. This is session 1 and session 2 comparison. Like we discussed, session 2 I think was significantly easier than session 1. You can see all of these bars. The green bars are the April session and the purple, dark blue are the January session. Every single slot of April, the average score was higher than every single slot of session 1. So I think April was much easier as compared to January. Finally, I wanted to tell you one very good tool that we have, which is the JEE Main College Predictor. You have to update your scores. You can, and we'll give you the predicted colleges, where we will tell you the colleges that you have a good chance of getting a shortlist. We have all the important colleges over here in this predictor. We have all the IITs, we have all the NITs, we have all the IIITs, we have most of the GFTIs, that is the government funded technical institutes. All of them are given in this college predictor. You just have to input your details and click on predict colleges, and you will get an understanding of what are your chances in getting a shortlist from most of these colleges. Definitely do check it out, the JEE Mains College Predictor. The link for this is given in the description of this video. In addition to it, I wanted to tell you about the JEE Daily Target. This is a daily target that we have, which is very, very useful for students. This is started by two of us, my friend Srikanth, who is also the co-founder of Cracku, and me. Both of us were batchmates in IIT Bombay. And what I feel is, for somebody to do well in JEE or in any competitive examination, consistent daily practice is very, very important. To inculcate this sense of habit, we started the JEE Daily Target, where every day we'll be uploading one test for you. And if you get stuck in any of the question, we have detailed explanations given for each of the questions. You can check out the daily target. This is completely free for students on that particular day. You have a list of all the daily targets. There is one test in physics, there is one test in chemistry, there is one test in maths. All of this is there. I think these are very useful. This is a very good habit for you to inculcate. You can check out the daily target. It is given, again, the link for this is given in the description of this video. If you have any doubts with respect to anything that we said in the video, please do leave a comment. You can definitely leave a comment about the expected scores. We will try to help you out by telling what are the colleges that you have a good chance of getting admitted into. All the best, and please do like this video.